you have worked for so many banks and so many companies where you had your best experience, and you cannot say Wipro, please. Other than that,
Oh yes, yes. In fact, people were very surprised, like when I joined IDFC Bank, right? So when I worked for JP Morgan and Citibank, in Citi also, I was part of a global team. So when I joined IDFC, I think nobody liked it. So that was one thing, I faced it.
and sir, anything you think that okay, I have achieved these many things, like, because if I talk about you, I would happily exchange my life with your life. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
no, you don't really have to. So
no.
that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. But have you ever felt like if I achieved this thing, then I will be satisfied? Is there anything?
Correct. So when you start working, right, after that you can set your financial goals,
Okay.
right? You're not working for free, right?
Hmm.
At any XYZ amount, you should start, because the first job is very difficult, and the more you delay, it will be challenging for you to get it, right, later. But again, I've seen people, cracking it, right? So no disappointments. Then when you grow, within that company, or you, you decide, you calculate, whether you want to decide to move and things like that, then you can set some formula that, okay, let's say if I am in 10 years bracket of experience, where will my father stand, okay,
Yeah.
or mother stand in terms of their retirement rate?
Hmm.
What kind of financial pressure? Because maybe till 10 years nothing is there, maybe 5 years onwards, you will start getting, right? So you can plan it that way. So I did that, okay. You can start with mutual, any investments, mutual funds and things
Hmm.
like that, but that's a very small bracket, to start, okay. So don't pressurize yourself. You need to also support your family, right? So support your family, okay. Then basis the initial experience and job and things like that, you can decide, to either grow within the company after certain years, which you set up as a target, or move out, to some other company if the growth is not there, right? I've seen there are a lot of people, who stays for 20, 30 years and retire, from different companies with
Hmm.
their own different agenda. But there are so many people, who have really taken growth. They have taken risk, right? So if somebody would say that, why changing, it's a good and bad, okay.
Hmm.
Because at some point, you need to take risk. At some point, because of taking that risk, you're learning new things, okay. What is happening in the market, you're getting yourself, validated, and learn about, those things, right? So it's a pretty positive thing, but take a calculative call. Don't take don't be jumpy and take a call suddenly that
Yeah, I
I have
peer
to move.
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, if I want to do an internship in your company, what skills you would I want to pursue an internship in your company?
Yeah, so for internship, you can check, the Wipro websites, right? So it's a different department altogether. Where you can check with some coordinators that, what kind of, internship, opportunities are there. You
Hmm.
can check with some people, working in Wipro if they're hiring for freshers, but don't waste your time much in case if you're getting no as a response, right? Sometimes and many times, you're lucky, if you're good, you'll be hired. Wipro also goes to colleges, right? So if we can have establish, the link with Wipro, uh, that will, help.
And sir, you considered yourself successful?
Answer is no, okay. If I
Why?
say yes, it will be over confident, okay. There are a lot of things, we will need to achieve. So at some point, at any point, if you feel that, you're kind of successful, right, then it will halt your momentum. Mr. Ajay would want to say anything.
I would say that there are some long-term goals, there are some medium-term goals, and there are short-term goals. To be happy in life, we should have daily goals also.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, we can say whether we have been successful in achieving the goals that we made for today. And sleep, sound sleep can be there at the end of the day. And anything which we could not achieve in that day, whatever goal we kept for that particular day, we can reschedule it for tomorrow or whatever day as per our calendar. Now we use Google Calendar. So we can slot a time for that particular thing that we could not achieve. So what you are saying, I understand that you will stop growing if you feel satisfied and things like that. But I'm on the other side of it, that you should work and you should be satisfied doing that work, you know.
Correct.
So be happy every moment while you are in the journey of achieving your goals on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis. In companies, we have, monthly, checking up of things and all that. So it's all right that we have to achieve goals, but they should not overpower you that you get lost into that. And still we can maintain the balance on the one hand and achieve more and more that we want to. And success for everyone is different. Actually, the goals for everyone is different, and success and fulfillment both are important. सो सार्थकता जिसको कहते हैं ना, वो सार्थक गोल्स भी हैं कि नहीं है, वो भी उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. इज इट ओनली फॉर योर ओन सेल्फ or you are working for bigger purpose in life? So if you are working for a bigger purpose in life, then your own goals are not that important, and there are a lot of people who are supporting you in that case to achieve those goals. So it's a very, I mean, why I laughed at that was that
It's an
yes,
open-ended question. Yeah.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
very, very subjective kind of a thing. For every individual it would be different, but some people think that passion can lead them to success. I say you should have a combination of passion, compassion, and dispassion.
Mhm.
You have all the three things. Where you are into it, you should have 100% focus, attention to achieve those goals. So you should be passionate to achieve those goals. Once you have put in your efforts, you should be dispassionate about the outcomes that you get out of that. Outcomes are required, no doubt about it, but you don't have right on the outcomes. Outcome will happen at its own pace because there are a lot of other complex things which are involved in getting the outcomes. So you should be passionate, you should be dispassionate, and you should be compassionate also. That you should take people along. You should have understanding of what they are thinking at this point of time. So it's not only your success or my success; it is a success of organization as a whole. So everybody should feel happy about if we have achieved something for the organization. I can speak hours and hours on this.
Yeah.
So I
And
just thought.
best thing is like, take a break, right? Think through, like, for the next steps, what is really required. And when you take a break, lock your computer, go out, for 15 minutes break. You will get that perspective that, okay, now actually, this could be my path to follow. If you are unclear, right, please talk to somebody to get an expert view, but don't take a hasty decision. Yeah.
And so like you have worked for IT first, then disaster management, now
Yeah.
in consulting. So how did you manage to adapt every kind of situation that you have been thrown like?
See, actually, when you work in any kind of consulting firm, right? So there will be practices, right? So and then for certain practices, if there is a need to set up, like, you need to set up, from the scratch, and take care of, people, take care of clients, right? And and in consulting, the biggest challenge is that, you will not know that, what client will come with
Yeah.
a ask, right? So you will have to be ready. Okay. So now sometimes, client comes to us and say that I need a proper BCM framework to be implemented. Sometimes they come and say, can you do me assessment, like, I need to understand, like, how many applications are critical, because DR and BCM, they are expense to companies, right? So that we need to understand what matters, for the company. Yeah.